There's certainly enough debris around. We can just block the entrances.
But nothing heavy. They've done a very good job securing everything to the deck.
We could pull some of that down from the ceiling, but then we don't want them finding a hole and dropping down on us. What does a Zylon look like?
You've never seen one?
Not exactly from around here.
Kind of a cross between an ant and a praying mantis. But orange. And 3 meters tall.
Lovely. I'll have nightmares for weeks.
Take this.
Is this a gun?
Phaser.
I thought Commodore McCormick said we weren't supposed to use these.
We're securing this place to make a last stand. When it comes to that, we'll use them. Don't doubt it. I'm going to go over here and set up some sonic grenades. You watch that entrance and make sure nothing comes through. We don't want any surprises.
All right. Hey, Lieutenant, there's someone coming. I think it's Commander Gaylor. Yeah, they're all coming. Lieutenant? Lieutenant!
Zylons! Zylons!
Lieutenant! Doctor, help!
It's a Zylon!
Get it off me!
Give me that rod!
Don't kill it! Don't kill it! Are you alright, my boy?
Give me a minute.
Nothing broken? You'll survive. What about that thing?
There are burns all over its body. Probably from the chamber it was in when the ship was attacked.
Is it still alive? That's what I want to know.
No, sir.
Well, we're still here. Our luck appears to be holding out.
I don't want to keep pressing it.
3 left. Maybe.
You mean there are 3 more of those things running about?
Yes. And I'm afraid we need to do our very best to keep it that way, or we're never going to see him again.
Status report, Mr. Younger.
There's no way we're going to be able to secure this area without phasers to cut some of the heavy equipment loose.
Unfortunately, not an option. What about the view screen? Salvageable?
I don't know, sir. Was hoping Hospers could crack it.
As long as I'm here, let me see what I can do.
Good idea. We need to know where they're taking us.
And then what? What exactly is the plan when we get there?
Alright, everyone. I won't sugarcoat it. We're going to be outnumbered at least 50 to 1. We need to find a way to contact Galaxy Garrison and tell them what's going on. We tell as many as we can because we don't know who's in on this. Assume everyone you talk to is compromised, so don't say anything that would jeopardize our mission, but don't hold back and leave them unconvinced. It's going to be hard enough to get them to swallow an entire crew who's mutinied. We have one advantage right now. They don't know we're here. As far as they're concerned, the ship is still under their control. But that won't last long once they get us to port. So if you see an opportunity, don't wait for anyone else. Take it. Our priority is to alert command. Everything else is secondary.
And the Percy's crew, sir?
Expendable. Frackin' traitors anyway.
Ah, I think I got it. There we are.
There's the Percy's.
Where are we, Lieutenant? Where are we going?
Difficult to tell at warp. If she'd drop out and give me a micron to look at the stars... But we're going no faster than warp 3. That I'm sure of.
There's an old starbase near here. It was practically destroyed when the Zylons broke through the lines near the start of the war. Some of the older ships used it for target practice during the training runs, but it was never fully scrapped.
You're wondering if some new tenants have moved in?
It would be a good place to hide a Zylon destroyer. Who'd think of looking there?
How much time before we reach the base, Lieutenant?
Few centaurs if they don't speed up.
I doubt they will. They must be worried about the stress on this ship.
We'll assume that's where we're going for now.
There'll be no communication station there. It would compromise the base.
Then the Perseus is what it will have to be.
What's that?
Your tricorder. Use the universal translator.
Eat ready sometimes. Got it.
20 centons? What the Feldercarb does that mean?
Can't be good. Computers never seem to announce good things.
She has a point.
Can you figure out the systems, Doctor? At least get it to repeat the message.
That I think I can do. It's one of the few components that hasn't been smashed to pieces.
What is that?
Oops, sorry. Entertainment library.
That's what they consider entertainment?
Oh, I've heard worse. Earth went through this period called gangster rap. Positively revolting. Ah, I think I have it.
Alert. Self-destruct activated. Detonation in 20 centons. Alert.
See, I told you. Never good news.
Someone set this thing to self-destruct?
Not someone. A human. They're forcing us to react. Otherwise, why such a long delay?
Ah, this is good news.
Good news? How do you figure?
They don't have a weapon, otherwise they just fire it and call down the Perseus. They also don't have access to communications or any other way to send out a signal.
And they won't find one here. Doctor, short out that panel. Now there's no way for him to call out.
Us either.
Gaylor, Isaacson, with me to engineering. Doctor, you too. We're going to stop that self-destruct. Younger, continue to secure this area as best you can. Baker, Zakowski, on watch. Don't let anyone on this bridge. Understood?
Understood, sir.
Is this engineering?
According to the schematics we have, this is our best guess.
I hope you're not suggesting that we just charge in.
I'm not prepared to commit suicide just yet. I'll use a sonic grenade.
What about the Perseus?
Don't worry, it's deactivated. But whoever's in there doesn't know that.
Yeah, clever.
I am capable of flashes from time to time, Doctor. Fire in the hole!
Nothing.
Isaacson, with me. Take right. I'm left. Go. Clear left.
Clear right.
No one's home, Commodore.
Almost wish it was the other way. I don't like not knowing where they are.
Let me see if I can disable the self-destruct mechanism.
What if it's locked out?
There's no evidence of charges anywhere on this ship. That means their destruct systems must utilize the engines. Isolate the engines, and it won't be able to receive the command to overload. Quite simple, really.
Since it's so simple, you won't have any trouble doing it then.
The theory is simple, Commodore. The application may be another matter.
Commodore, over here.
A dead slave Zylon.
The blood is fresh. Couldn't have been dead for more than 10 centons.
Someone got the jump on him.
Look at the amount of blood, though. That didn't all come from just this beastie.
It's all over the walls. Shine your torch up there.
Ugh.
What the Feldercarb happened here?
That's human. Or was.
It looks like he was turned into pulp.
Whoever took out the slave must have got surprised himself. Slave couldn't have done that to him.
It also means we're down to 2 of them. Doctor, how are you coming along there?
A few more minutes, I'm afraid. I'm having to reroute some of the controls around the damaged systems.
We've got another warrior lurking about, and this area isn't secured, so speed would be appreciated.
Well, that's the best it's going to get here.
There's no way that'll keep a thing like that monster over there from getting in.
You're right.
So what do we do?
Hope there are only slaves left on the ship.
The Zylons have slaves? Why don't we free them? They'll help us.
Zylon slaves are just a lower class of Zylon, Miss Jacobs. They're humanoid. Soft, fleshy skin, look almost like us, really, but wholly obedient to the warrior class. That creature over there.
How can they be the same race?
Don't know. The genetic makeup is almost identical. Just slight differences, and you get 2 completely different Zylons.
Great. Something for Earth to look forward to in the future.
So, you're from the past?
Yeah.
Wish you could warn someone what's out there. Save a whole lot of lives.
The doctor said we can't do that. Wouldn't do any good anyway. History, he said, has a way of making sure that what needs to happen will happen.
Sounds like a bunch of Time Lord blather.
That's what I used to think. But I've seen it. No matter how hard you try, some things can't be changed.
Well, if it doesn't matter, then what happens here? Do we get off this ship? Are we going to have another war?
I don't know, Lieutenant. Honestly, I don't.
It was worth a try. You wouldn't tell me even if you did know, would you?
I would.
Thanks for that.
Hey, if that Zylon was burned, that means they can be electrocuted, right?
Yeah. They fry real good. Smell like Cajun, actually.
What if we run some wires to that door? Would that stop a warrior?
Give him enough juice and it will.
Be careful, though. You heard what the doctor said. If we kill him, we could end up destroying ourselves.
We'll give him enough of a shock to make him think twice before trying it again.
Sounds good.
Baker! Come here and give us a hand. Help me pull off this side panel. This should have enough power to do the job. Baker! Double time!
Where is he?
Baker? Zukowski? Frack.
Doctor, we're beginning to run out of time.
I know, Commodore, I know. You could have been a little less thorough beating on this ship.
If the self-destruct can be activated, it can be deactivated.
It's not that simple. Someone had to go to a great deal of trouble to get around all the damaged systems. It wasn't just a flip of the switch. And something else. It was not activated from here.
What?
That's what's taking so long. I'm having to virtually rebuild the entire system. Whoever had access to the computer controls, it was not from this room.
Can we find out where it was then? At least we know those will work.
I'm afraid it would take me even longer to trace the source.
It couldn't be too far from here, sir. He was trying to draw us to engineering, so he had to make sure he'd beat us there. Isaacson and I can try to find the station. Blind luck may still be on our side.
Not with a warrior on the loose. We need to protect the Doctor long enough to bolt the sequence.
Oh, and after that I'm expendable, is that it?
Not immediately after.
Commodore? Younger. We've lost contact with Baker and Zukowski.
Acknowledged. Remain at your position if possible. We'll rendezvous with you in a few centons. Out.
Has to be a warrior. Slave couldn't have taken both of them.
Is it the same one from here, or a second one?
Should I send Isaacson for support?
No, I want our strongest force here.
Commodore, may I remind you that Carly is in there?
I'm well aware of that, Doctor. But our priority is the security of this area.
I will not leave my friend alone against who knows what.
Doctor, if you don't stop that countdown, we won't need to worry about Zylons. Now confine yourself to the task at hand. You're only wasting time.
We could try to shore up engineering. Pull Younger and Miss Jacobs here.
Too many entrances, too spread apart.
But options for escape if there are only 2 Zylons.
We could get something up in case the bridge becomes compromised.
I got it!
Deactivated?
Locked out is the best I could do, I'm afraid. Someone could theoretically get around it, but we'd have reached our destination before that.
It'll do. Bridge, McCormick, we're on our way. Report!
Zylon warrior!
Move out!
Get away! Get away!
This way. The cables. Doc!
Lieutenant! No! No, stop! Oh, shoot, I will.
It's alright. You got him.
You're hurt.
I think my arm's broken.
Look, the stars are changing.
We're dropping out of warp.
I feel funny again.
We're being transported. Hold on.
All right, materialize them. Commodore McCormick, Welcome aboard the Perseus. Security?
You're not going to kill us here?
Don't give him any ideas, Doctor.
Take Commodore McCormick to my quarters. The rest can wait in the brig. Commodore, I'm sorry I was delayed. You're dismissed, guards. I don't think you'll be needed. Will they, sir? Well, I know you want to say something. Let's have it.
Get up! Get up!
All right, Alan, that's enough. I gave you that one because you deserved it. How was I supposed to know it would be your ship? After what you accomplished at Insidious, the Revelation should have been retired and put in a museum. She didn't deserve the fate she got.
And that's supposed to make it better? 200 people on my ship. Thousands down on Yesid. And for what?
You think in small numbers, Alan. A few thousand is nothing compared to billions, trillions.
Is that how many are going to die with this war you're trying to start?
Not die, save. We survived the last conflict because we stood together. A united people presenting a united front. Now look at us. We're splintered, fractioned. No one cares about anything but their own interests. And that is what's going to kill us. When the Zylons attack again, and they will attack again, we'll be too busy squabbling among ourselves to be ready.
I've heard all this before. Usually from someone who's had too much Triscara.
You've said the same thing, and don't tell me you haven't.
I have. You're right. The Alliance has become the old United Nations of Earth just before World War III broke out. It's corrupt, and it's disintegrating, and everyone on it has a personal agenda. You want to change the galaxy? Get into politics. But who the Felderclaw are you to decide the fate of everyone else? What gives you that right?
This uniform gives me that right. We're supposed to protect the Alliance from her enemies. Well, the enemy is out there. It's always been there, but no one is looking anymore. We're going to make them look, and we're going to do it before it's too late. The watchman on the wall is tired of sounding the warning bell.
Don't expect me to join you.
I wasn't. You're still alive only for one reason. The security code to the Revelation's log buoy.
And what do you need my crew for?
To convince you to give me the code.
Let the civilians go.
You know better than that. Make it easy for them, Alan. Just give me the code. All right. Have it your way. Security? Commodore McCormick is ready to return to the brig. Bridge, Vincent. Cut loose the destroyer and scuttle it. Then prepare for hyperjump.
Aye, sir.
At least you didn't make any of those hollow, honorable gestures. Arresting me for treason, sedition, stuff like that.
I have no intention of arresting you, Captain. I'm going to kill you.
Commodore, this way.
Well, any way out?
Oh, I'm afraid not. Even if I had my sonic screwdriver, this room is escape-proof.
It's nice to know that the military of the future is so efficient.
Commodore!
How much longer do you intend to keep us here?
Are you alright, sir?
Are they gone?
They seem to be.
All right. Presume our conversation is being monitored. Don't say anything that might be sensitive. Sit rep.
The Perseus is fully manned as far as I can see. They didn't give us a grand tour, but there have been enough people walking the corridors that it can't just be a skeleton crew.
It's bold, but there's no way they could fake a crew manifest for a ship that's on active duty, so no surprises there. Anything else?
The security personnel aren't all trained security. They're pulling double duty.
They must believe the loyalty of their compatriots to be unquestioned. That would mean we're an aberration to their plans.
Only that we're alive. They intend to correct that soon enough. They need us for the security code to the log buoy. Once they get that, our life expectancy becomes very short.
They can't access it themselves. Seems to defeat the purpose of something like that.
Just before the Revelation was destroyed, I had ordered a security lockout. They'd need someone of a higher rank to override it.
It's very likely they have at least one admiral on their side.
It's not that easy. It's a complete lockout. Whoever's code they use is the person who has to enter it, which is why I'm still alive.
And there's no one of sufficient rank nearby.
Exactly.
All right, we know what they want from us, so what do we do about it?
We've made a hyper jump. We must be near their base.
I wonder why they brought us here. They don't have the destroyer anymore. We heard the torpedo fire. Only one reason for that. Get rid of the evidence. So, why return to base?
They must be getting ready to abandon it.
Once they have our ship's logs, they'll have everything they need to launch an attack. Their base here has become a liability. They can't have it around for someone else to discover.
And what will they do with us?
I don't think we have to wait for long to find out.
Yes, Admiral. We responded to a distress signal in the area of Yensid Colony. It wasn't the colony, but a Zylon Crystal-class destroyer that was sending out the distress.
Zylon destroyer? That can't be.
She was badly damaged. We attempted to tow her in, but we detected that she was powering up her weapons, so we were forced to destroy her.
Pity. That would have been a nice prize. What of McCormick's ship? We lost contact with them just after they reported the destruction of Yensid.
When we got there, the Revelation had already been destroyed. No survivors.
Frack. Good ship. Good crew.
Yes, sir. We did manage to secure the Revelation's log buoy, however.
You did? Oh, excellent. I'll want to see those logs as soon as possible.
Of course, Admiral.
Keep me apprised. Hollander out.
Well, if it isn't the big man himself.
Open it. Bring them to the transporter room.
Leave the civilians out of this.
Give me what I want, and this will all be over. All right. Take them.
Please, please. I need my cane. I'm not as young as I used to be. What can I possibly do with a walking cane?
All right.
Thank you.
This way, sir.
Step against the wall. Commodore, stand here. I want you to watch.
Watch what?
Lieutenant Commander Gaylor, stand on the transporter pad. Mr. Gaylor, I want you to look at that phaser pointed at you. Look real hard and notice the setting. I will not tell you again. Step onto the transporter pad.
Go ahead.
Set coordinates for deep space.
What are you doing?
Commodore, give me the code to the Revelation's log buoy.
You're not going to beam him out into space!
The Commodore will tell me what I want, or I will go down the line and send each and every one of you out there, scattering your molecules to the four corners of the universe.
That's inhuman.
Energize!
Commodore!
No!
The codes, sir. Give me the codes, or you will watch what's left of your crew and these civilians die.
Commodore McCormick!
The codes. Now! The codes!